Hey guys, welcome back to the Bounce House Hustle. I'm John, this is Nikki.
Today, we're going to walk you through exactly how to start up a successful bounce house business.
When we say successful bounce house business, we're not talking about the weekend warrior type that's out there just doing whatever they want when it's convenient. We're talking about somebody that wants to build a successful business that's going to one day let them step away from their 9 to 5.
Let's start from the very beginning. So, for those of you who already have a bounce house business, you can skip ahead a few seconds. But for those of you that are brand new, let's get started.
So you want to start with your business name, your slogan, and your mission statement.
Make sure that you choose a name that's memorable and trustworthy, and be sure to check your state website to make sure that the name is available.
We chose to do an LLC. That's what worked for us. You need to choose what's going to work for you.
Make sure to check amusement laws, inspection rules, permit requirements, sales tax requirements. Make sure to check to see what you need to do.
Here in Ohio, we have to have yearly inspections of each piece of equipment. It is a 365-day inspection, and in addition, we also do have to pay sales tax.
If you're in a state that requires inspections, make sure that you do it. It's non-negotiable.
You want to make sure you have the proper liability insurance. Most people are looking for a $2 million liability, and you want to make sure you have that for anything that's going to come up that you may need.
It's not a cheap policy to get insurance for the inflatable industry, but it is necessary for peace of mind and for everyone's safety.
A lot of places are going to require a certificate of liability insurance anytime you do a school, church, corporate event, anything at some public parks. They're going to ask for a copy of it. So you just have to make sure you have it and make sure the company that you have is willing to send them out and add them in as additional insured.
You'll want to start with about 5 to 10 commercial grade inflatables. You'll want to get a mix of standard bounce houses, bounce and slide combos, obstacle courses, and maybe even a couple of games. You'll want to make sure that you order them in plenty of time to get them and make sure that you inspect them and get pictures on your website.
Now is also a great time to get yourself familiar with the units, figuring out how to unroll them, inflate them, deflate them, roll them back up, figure out any water hoses that you're going to have. You're also going to need to start thinking about the other equipment that you're going to need. Starting off with a truck and a trailer, you got to transport them. You're going to need a dolly to get them where you're going. You're going to need stakes. You're going to need sandbags for any indoor events or hard surface events. You're going to need extension cords, blowers, impact mats, a generator if you're going somewhere that doesn't supply the power. You're going to need cleaning supplies and towels. We like to use a cordless shop vac for cleaning. And I'm sure there's some things that I forgot in there, but you just want to double check your list to make sure that you're going to have everything you could possibly need.
You'll want to set your base rental price as well as a charge for overnight or a second day. You'll also want to make sure that your delivery fees are set. Are you going to have a local free delivery area and an extended area with an additional per mile charge, or are you just going to be straight per mile? We do a free delivery area, and then if you're past that, it's a higher fee. You're also going to want to decide if you are going to offer any discounts. A good idea is to put a little pop-up on your website with either a $10 off or 10% off coupon, and by doing that you can collect lead information and contact them to see if they're interested in booking. So that's a good idea, but just basically decide on your pricing and your discount pricing.
Yeah, you want to price based on your local market and find out what the market's dictating. By no means would I recommend going there and undercutting everyone. One of the things that we try to do is we never negotiate on price, and we believe what the value we bring to the table is worth the additional price that we charge. We have the reliability, the inspections, the insurance. So we have a lot of other things that some people in the area don't have that allow us to charge a higher price than others.
Create a rental agreement that includes all of your policies, your damage waiver, your weather cancellation policy, your cancellation policy for any other reason. Any policy you have needs to be in that contract, and make sure that it has a liability waiver as well.
You'll also want to take this time to look at the unit and figure out what the manufacturer's rules are, and then put them on some sort of rules page that you can post by the unit the day of the event. You can go an A-frame, you can go yard sign style. You can simply laminate a piece of paper and Velcro it to the unit, but you just need to make sure that all the rules for that specific unit are with the unit at all times when it's set up and being used.
Make booking very easy for your customer. Make sure that you have pricing and availability right on your website. You would be surprised how many people book at 2 a.m. without even contacting us first. So if you give them a simple way to book themselves, it will make your life a lot easier.
So for our booking software, we personally use Inflatable Office, known as IO. We've used them since day one and have never even entertained anything else. Some of the other reputable ones out there are ERS, Event Rental Systems, and BCN, Bouncy Castle Network. Don't have anything against them, but we've just been with IO since day one and haven't had a reason to look elsewhere.
In addition to your website and booking software, you'll also want to make sure that you set up your Google business profile so that everyone can find you on Google.
You want to order your business cards, get your truck wrapped or logoed, get any sort of logoing on your trailer or your box truck that you have. Just try to get anything out there that's going to be visible. Make sure it has your logo on it and is visible.
Also, don't forget about uniforms. Showing up, making sure that you're professional looking, builds trust, and it makes for repeat customers.
If you follow these simple steps, you'll be set up for success in no time. You'll avoid a lot of the beginner mistakes and save yourself a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of headaches.
If you have any questions at all about starting your bounce house business, feel free to comment below or join our free Facebook group called the Bounce House Hustle. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe for even more bounce house tips.